Hey there, lovely listeners. Welcome to Uniquely Wired Podcast. I'm your host, Nani. On this podcast, we uncover the beauty and nature of autism through heartfelt conversations. Let's jump in. I'm your host, Nani, and I am so thrilled to finally kick off season 3 of the podcast. So, if you're new here, welcome. I pray that every episode you listen to that you are encouraged and that you are reminded that you're not alone in this journey if you are an autism mom or dad. And if you are autistic yourself, that you are unique and you have a purpose just like any other person on this earth. And that God created you fearfully and wonderfully made, and there is no mistakes. And if you are just coming by the podcast because you're curious or you just simply want to educate yourself, you want to learn, maybe you have a family member that's autistic, then thank you. Thank you for being here and for wanting to educate yourself. So, I myself, I have two autistic children. My daughter, who is 7.5 years old, she will be 8 in August. And my son, who is 4 years old, he will be 5 this month, July. I know when you guys are listening to the podcast, it will be August already, but I am recording in the month of July. So this specific episode, anyways, um, he is turning 5, July 19th, which is crazy to say. But yeah, they are both amazing, and I am just so grateful to have both of them in my life. And I would say that they are the main reason and motivation as to why I decided to start this podcast. Um, and really, the podcast is to uncover the beauty and uniqueness of autism, but really to bring, resources to you guys and just tips and even advice, and also bring experts on here and families that are in this journey along with you and I, um, that, could just bring encouragement to you and how they are navigating this journey. And so I personally navigate this journey through, my faith in Jesus and being a believer, a Christian. We are a family that goes to church on a weekly basis. We are involved in our church and we just love it. We love our church family. We love our church community. And it's just been a journey where I can say I have not been alone. I've felt alone, which is a normal feeling to have, but I know that I am not alone. And so I really just pray and hope that you feel like you have found a community, on this podcast. So, on this episode specifically, I just want to give you guys an overall update on what's going on with the kids. So, Eliana is currently in ESY at her new school, which you guys know. And if you don't know, you're going to find out that my daughter, I decided to pull her out of the public school system. She is now in a charter school. She just got into the charter school for this upcoming school year, but they were actually so nice. And I just feel like this is just how they do it, that they actually take in incoming students for the new school year to do the ESY program in their school. So she didn't have to do it with the public school. She was able to finish public school, right? Have her last day in the public school. And like 3 weeks later, she started the ESY program, which is extended school year. That's what it stands for. And pretty much it's just like a summer program, pretty much. It's just academics, but they also have some fun and they also work on life skills. And she's still getting her services such as speech and occupational therapy in the school. And she's only there 3 days out of the week, Tuesday to Thursday. And she's only there until the 1st of August. And that's that. And it's only half a day. So she gets like she gets Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off. So she gets like a 4-day weekend, which I thought was great. and she's doing great. She's loving the school, y'all, and the teacher is phenomenal. I mean, the whole staff is amazing. I have no complaints as of right now. I will definitely update you guys as the year goes on. But right now, I mean, they are top tier with communication. And if you know, then you know that that to me is just key, is priority because my daughter is minimally verbal, and I say that because she sings and she does a lot of echolalia, but she also does a lot of gestel. I'm not saying it correctly, but you get what I'm saying. She does a lot of uh g- just okay, gestel uh language, which is just repeating a lot of phrases. And so she does have language in her, and she repeats, like she knows how to say, like, I want to eat mac and cheese, I want to, drink juice, like very basic phrases she does say. However, we are working right now on her answering personal questions. And right now my main two questions that I'm focusing on that are personal is, what is your name and how old are you? And right now she just repeats the question for me, so I have to like literally just like maybe start off her name by like saying and then she'll like say Eliana. And how old are you? We know that that changes with the year. So every year she's going to be a new age. So right now we're just saying that she's 7. When she turns 8, we got to start with like, okay, I'm 8 years old. So yeah, we're just working on a lot of those things with her. And that's the focus right now with her, but she's doing amazing. And so she will have about like pretty much the whole August, because she's done the program August 1st. So she'll have like 3.5 weeks off to enjoy the summer. And then the last week of August, she starts officially as a third grader in the charter school. So I'm super excited for her, and just to see her to continue, to grow, as an autistic girl, but also, just in her life skills and her gross motor skills and all the things. And one thing I love about the school is that they take field trips. They do field trips with the kids. And I heard that at least once a week, they take a trip to the grocery store, and they also take a trip to Target, because literally the school is literally located in a plaza, so they have like so many stores in the plaza that they take the kids out on a weekly basis, the autistic support classrooms specifically, to work on life skills, to teach them, how to be in public, how to shop, how to manage money. Like, I mean, it's just mind blowing to me. She was not getting any of this in the public school system, and she was in the public school system kindergarten to second grade, and she never went to a field trip, not even to the zoo. Y'all know the field trip that she took? I'm gonna tell y'all right now. And I know y'all may laugh, but the field trip that she would take is to the school garden to plant flowers or whatever during the spring and just see the flowers grow and bloom. I just thought that was hilarious when they told me that. That's as far as they would go with the kids. I was like, are you kidding me? This is like prison. I don't want my daughter to just be in a classroom forever. I want her to be able to get out there with her classmates and actually learn life skills. Because if you know, then you know that it is very important for autistic individuals, to get out there and just learn life skills. A lot of them struggle with that and have challenges. And so if you can start them off at such a young age to get them out there and teach them life skills, listen, I'm here for it, honey. Okay. So I'm just excited for a new season for my daughter, for our family, really, overall. So this mama is happy. I am in a good space right now. And if you don't know why I took my daughter off the public school system, definitely listen to, there's a couple episodes I think I talk about it on season 2. But long story short, in case you don't want to go back, I had to get a whole lawyer involved in the beginning of the school year of her second grade year, because she was not getting the amount of therapy that she should have been getting. She was literally only getting 30 minutes a month of speech therapy. That was all my daughter was receiving. Literally, it's on her IEP. Well, that's what it said, right? Because now they had to update it. They had no choice. But it was just too much going on and little things that I was picking up on. And this was accumulating from kindergarten to second grade, right? Because you have to understand, my daughter was diagnosed in 2018. So I'm still in a learning process just because I am like such a huge advocate and, you know, I'm out here just fearless, doing my thing and putting myself out there and putting my children's journey out there does not mean that like I have it all figured out and that like I'm perfect in this journey. And it absolutely does not mean that I know it all because I do not. I feel like we should always have space for growth. We should always have space to learn. And so I had to put myself in a position to put my pride aside and recognize that I needed help from a professional, from someone that knew more about my than myself, sorry. And so I had to hire an advocate and she helped me. She helped me through it, which I will leave her information down below if you are looking for an advocate. She is fantastic. I know her personally because I have worked before with her. So she's just awesome. So definitely get her information and check out her services if you are in need of an advocate. And she pointed those things out. She overviewed my daughter's IEP and she was like, oh no, mom, we need to address this like yesterday. So we did what we had to do. I know I'm talking a little fast, but I just want to fill you guys in as quick as possible because I don't want to bore you on this episode. Because again, it's just a little overall overview on the kids. But that's pretty much what's going on with Eliana. Um, Another thing is that I want to celebrate and put out there. If you follow my personal page, then you already know this, but she has been trying new foods, y'all. Like her diet just continues to expand, and I'm just so excited. Listen, I am the type of mom that I'm like, look, yes, I'm all about health. I love organic stuff. We have actually slowly been switching to organic, slowly, okay? I am a foodie. So, I'm not one to be like, and no judgment, by the way, just a warning, no judgment. If you are the mom that like need everything clean and organic and all the things, shout out to you for being able to do that. And I'm not judging you. I'm just speaking for me and my household. Like, we don't do that, right? Maybe eventually we'll get to that point, right? But I don't know what the future looks like. I can't predict the future. Only God can do that. So therefore, I'm not like super pressed, like, oh my God, she ate Chick-fil-A. She's eating processed food. Oh my God, we're microwaving this food. Like, no, listen, to me, it's a big deal that my daughter is expanding her diet and she's trying new things. That's huge to me. And so you want to eat it, you're going to eat it. That's it. Um, and that's just how we do things around here. So again, no judgment if you do it. I applaud you for being able to do that and all that fun stuff. And like I said, we're little by little, getting there because it's not like we're ordering out every single day. No, I cook at home. I cook every day. And yeah, we order out once in a while. Yes, we go to restaurants. Yes, we eat fast food. But it's not like a habit that we have on a daily basis. There's a balance. Um, so yeah, I just had to put that out there. But she's doing amazing and I'm just so proud of her for like expanding her diet and being willing to try new things. And I mean, for so long she was just obsessed with peanut butter and jelly sandwich that I mean, it was just crazy. That's all she wanted. And if you've been following me, then you know this is true. But yeah, she's doing fantastic. So that's the update on Eliana from what I could remember off the top of my head at this very second. Jacob, he is doing fantastic as well. This is his last year of preschool. So he has been in preschool for 2 years and he has matured so much. I mean, his teachers, his therapists, they are all like shocked at the process that he has made. And I'm so proud of my little man. He has really come a long way. And right now, so for preschool, even last year. He does school from fall to the summer, and he's actually done his last day in preschool is mid-August. So he will be done in mid-August with preschool, and he will have his little move up graduation day, which I'm having a little like emotional moments. I'm already like thinking, okay, I know I'm gonna cry. It's like things that it's not like I'm planning to cry. I just know I'm going to cry because it's just an emotional moment. Like it's an exciting but also sad moment because you're like, oh, they're really growing. Like this is really happening. So yeah, that's happening in August. I believe it's the week of August 13th, if I'm not mistaken. But he will have his little move up ceremony, and I'm just so proud of him. And so the plan is that I am going to be homeschooling him for kindergarten. I really don't trust the public school system, as I mentioned previously. I don't trust it, and I just don't feel like going through the whole craziness with my son. I just don't want to put my mental health through that once again. I was really in a dark place when I had to get a lawyer, when I had to do all this research and all these things. It was just too much for me. It really took a toll on my mental health. And I don't want to have to revisit that. I don't want to have to revisit that, especially so soon. So I have decided to homeschool him. His teachers are very supportive and his therapist. And what they are going to do is really roll his services over to the home. It's almost going to be like if he was still in preschool, but it's going to be in home, if that makes sense. Kindergarten is not mandatory in the state of PA. So I am able to just do my own thing with him at home. The good thing is that he's still going to have the same speech therapist that he's been having for these 2 years and the same occupational therapist, which I'm super grateful and blessed that he still gets to keep the same two therapists. So they will be coming to the house, ABA as well. But good news is that I was talking to his BCBA and she updated me that Jacob has met his goals for ABA. So she thinks he is good to be discharged, but she wanted to know how I felt about that. And, to me, I told her if we can just at least still have ABA support at least once a week, even if it's 30 minutes, um, that's fine because I want to start working with Jacob on appropriate play. Right now, Jacob stims a lot and he tends to just grab anything. Anything. He'll grab this mouse right here from my computer, from my laptop, and just starts like shaking it. That's like his thing. He loves shaking things around. And truth be told, not everything is meant for you to shake around. It's not a shaker. So we're just trying to teach him on how to like appropriately, play with those toys. And he's getting there, y'all. Like lately, he has like these little trucks in the house. They're very little trucks. And we've taught him like how to pull it back and just let it go so it can run. And he's literally been trying to do that. And I'm so proud of him. He's very compliant. He really just follows directions. He doesn't get easily upset, which is a good thing. So he's very willing to learn. He just needs that extra push. So, the BCBA was totally fine with that. She's perfectly fine with staying with Jacob. And also, there's a very, very good chance that he gets into the charter school with my daughter, even for kindergarten. I don't know how soon. But I was able to talk to one of the special education directors from the school, and she told me, she was like, give me his name. I don't think you're going to be homeschooling him for long. Kindergarten is a very easy grade to get into compared to their higher grades. This is what she said. And I'm really hopeful and I am praying very hard and trusting God that he's going to open that door for my son and that he's going to get in. And I'm excited. I'm excited for him and to be able to just experience kindergarten, with other kids and a teacher. He really loves school. Honestly, both of my kids love school and I don't want to have to like take that away from him. Plus, I have so many things going on that I know it will be very challenging, but I mean, I'm still going to do it because he's not going to get in that fast. I mean, really, it will be a miracle, but which I believe can happen. But yeah, there's just a very, very high chance that he's going to get in for kindergarten. I just don't know how soon. But again, there's a high possibility that it's going to happen. But for the meantime, I'm still planning the homeschooling, and we're still like getting a schedule down and just how things are going to look come the fall. So that's the update on him. But also, he is now drinking from a straw cup. He's very particular and very specific with what straw and cup he wants. But I'm just proud of him because for the past 4 years, he has just been drinking from a, toddler's a bottle with like a thick nipple, just a regular like bottle rather than a sippy cup or a straw cup. So this was a huge milestone for him to reach. So I'm very, very proud of him and just grateful. Really, first of all, first and foremost to God, because he really answers prayers. And I know that he is the one giving these therapists the strategies to really help not just my children, but all children that they are working with. And just shout out to his therapists that are constantly working so hard and they're showing up every day to work to help our children to thrive and just do great things in this life, and just seeing the potential in them, seeing not just, the autism, but seeing the able in them, not just a label, but the ability in our children. So, just thank you to all the therapists out there. Really, you are appreciated. At least from me. I don't know about everybody else, but at least from me, you are very appreciated. So yeah, he is doing great. So that was a huge milestone. Also, potty training. I will have an episode on that because excuse me, my daughter is potty trained, but Jacob I tried a few weeks ago, and because he did have 2 weeks off school. And yeah, listen, potty training is not for the weak. That's all I'm going to say. But I will have an episode specifically on potty training because I feel like I could get deep into this conversation. And yeah, that's not what this episode is about. But yeah, we tried it. And long story short, um, I just decided to really just prioritize my mental health in the moment because I was just getting frustrated. It was becoming a lot. It was becoming a lot. And like for my daughter, she was ready once I started potty training her when she was 6. Like she was like 5.5, 6. And she was ready. She was like, I'm doing this. Obviously, she still struggles with like wiping. We still have to wipe her. And she still sleeps with pull-ups because she still doesn't really understand to like get up in the middle of the night and use the potty. That's something we will eventually start working on, but she still wears underwear all day long. And then, she's fine. Come nighttime, she wears a pull-up. But Jacob, he's still in diapers. And I just told myself, listen, there is time, mom. Like, don't put this pressure on you. And I feel like I had to live what I've been preaching to other moms. Like, listen, give yourself grace. So it was a moment for me to like just take a few steps back and give myself grace because I feel like I was just rushing into the potty training just because I wanted to get it out the way, but I had to recognize that he wasn't fully there. Yes, he was complying. Yes, he was okay with just sitting every 15 minutes. He wasn't freaking out, but there were other parts in him that were not ready, right? And that's okay. So I had to give myself grace. And I was really proud of myself for just really recognizing that. Because I don't always do that. So that's pretty much like in a nutshell, an overview on the kids, and just wanted to update you guys on that. As far as myself, I recently started a ministry for Christian autism moms online, and you can find this on GroupMe. It's an app. It's almost like WhatsApp. It's very similar to it. I will leave the link down below for you ladies if you are a Christian autism mom or consider yourself a believer, a woman of faith, a woman that believes in God and trusts God and prays. And you just looking for that community because maybe you haven't found a church for your family. Maybe, you were in church and you were hurt and all those things, but you still have faith and you still believe in God. Definitely come and be part of this community. It is an amazing community. We are growing, and I have moms from all over the world. I mean, I have a mom in Ireland that connects on the community, and it's just been amazing. And we have monthly Zoom calls um online, and there is, I mean, a topic for every month. I have a theme all the way to the month of December. This month of July, the theme is overcoming anxiety with faith. Woo, y'all, it's been such a good topic, and one that the moms are literally relating to, and some of them are even going through that season at this very moment. I know I am. And it's just so easy to just allow anxiety and anxious thoughts overcome us. And we need to learn how to overcome that with our faith in Jesus and the Word of God. And so, what I have done is that I create a calendar for the month with the theme, and every day there is a Bible verse related to either anxiety or, just encouragement. The answer is there in the Bible. So definitely, I invite you to come and be part of it. So many exciting things are coming with the ministry. I am also in the works of planning a 2-day online retreat with this ministry. And again, it's online. There's going to be special guest speakers. There's going to be little treat bags that you're going to get in the mail, and it's just going to be wonderful. So you don't want to miss being part of this community. There is no monthly fee. I don't charge you to be part of this. There's no subscription. There's none of that. I don't need your money. I don't need your money. So I believe that Jesus has called us to be in community. Like, God does not want you to do this life alone. Please understand that. God does not want you to do this life alone. He has called us for community. And so I'm here to offer this community to you. So you don't have an excuse. There is a community out there that you can feel and be part of, and just be encouraged and be reminded that you are not alone in this journey. Listen, we know that this is a very unique journey. And God didn't choose everyone, right, in this world to be part of this journey. He chose you specifically because He knew you were capable for this, because He knew that He was going to equip you to be part of this journey. And even though sometimes it may not feel that way, you may feel defeated, you may feel anxious, you may feel worried, you may feel like you really can't do this. I am here to remind you, friend, that you can do this, that you can thrive, you can overcome anxiety, you can get through this journey one day at a time, but not alone, but instead with a community that's surrounding you, that's uplifting you in prayer, that's encouraging you through the Word of God. So I encourage you to be part of the community. Again, the link will be down below. Just click request to join the group and come and be part of it and be encouraged. Um, so yeah, I am excited for this new season, and let me just give you a sneak peek of just some of the topics, okay? Just some of them. So, one of the topics is going to be behavior strategies and navigating tantrums and meltdowns. This was something requested by many of you on my Instagram page, so I really want to, you know, um talk about this. This is going to be a very good topic. Another topic was understanding autism from a biblical perspective, which, whoa, mind blowing. I think this is going to be such a good topic. And I have just the right person to bring on the podcast to speak on this matter. Some of you might be following her already, but yeah, that's going to be a good one. And another one is grief. Okay. I want to talk about grief. I feel like grief is it's a sucker. Okay, first of all, it just creeps in on us when we least expect it, because that's just what it does. But I want to talk about it, and not just from a matter of like, when you lose someone. I want to talk about grief as autism parents and how we grieve our children and how hard that can be. And so I definitely want to talk about that. And again, I mentioned these sneak peeks of topics. They weren't in any specific order, but I'm definitely looking forward to talking about these topics. And if you have any other topics that you would like for me to talk about, definitely drop it down. below if you're watching on YouTube. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys, for this episode. That's an update on the kids and myself and what's been going on and what's about to happen. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. And yeah, do not miss any episodes. And if you're new, I definitely want to encourage you to go check out season 1 and season 2. And yeah, I will see you guys again on another episode. And that's a wrap for today's episode of Uniquely Wired Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in and sharing this space with me. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and share. Until next time.